What's going on there, guys? My name is Matt, or Chewy as most of you will know me as, and welcome to an unboxing and first look at the Thrustmaster TCA Quadrant Airbus edition and also the add-on. So we've got the throttle levers with the engine start switches, and we also have the flap lever, the parking brake, rudder trim, spoilers or speed brake, landing gear, and auto brake. Thrustmaster sent these two across for me for review purposes, and so we're going to unbox both of those products for you now. Starting off with the TCA Quadrant edition, which comes in this nice little compact box, which shows you the size of the product already isn't anything too cumbersome. I've already opened this product and actually tried it, so even though I'm showing you an unboxing here, I have already actually had it out of the box. As standard, it comes with the instructions for you to show you everything that you need to do in terms of messing with the hardware if you want to change a couple of configuration options on it, which I won't go into too much crazy detail on, but I can verbally describe for you. There's the throttle quadrant coming out of the box. It also comes with a USB cable, and what's good news about it is that it is USB-C. Thank God that hardware providers are starting to move things to USB-C now. And so you can see the profile of it. It's nice and sleek. It's not very heavy whatsoever, but it does feel like it is good quality. It's quite heavy weighted at the front, not so much at the back. You can see that I've got a locking pin in there, which keeps the two throttle levers together. However, you can move those separately if you would like to. Moving forward, you've got the different axis levers there. So you can see that I've moved the throttle quadrant into the reverse range now by pulling up the flappy paddles on the front of the throttle levers and moving it into that yellow reverse range. It also comes with the detent zones, and so you can move the throttles into the different Airbus climb detents. You've got the engine start switches here, which I'm moving back and forward, a satisfying click to all of those, and then the engine mode selector switch as well, and the two black buttons either side of those. Ports at the front, you've got the TFRP rudder pedals, USB-C, and then on the underneath, you've got some of the options for whether you want the detents or you want a smooth lever, and then at the back, you can see you can switch between engine 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on there. Moving across to the Quadrant add-on, this was my first look at these when I recorded this video, and you can see it comes in exactly the same box size. And because this is the add-on, which can be placed either separately on its own, like so, where you can see it now where it's connected, or you can actually connect it at the bottom to the throttle lever quadrant and then put them all together. Again, instructions explaining exactly how to do all of these things, and you can see some of the connection parts that you'll need that come included. Taking it out of the packaging, it's exactly the same weight, style, everything as the throttle quadrant, so it really fits in nicely with the profile. Really sleek edges across the board when you put all four of them together. Comes with a flap lever, again with detents. Comes with the speed brake lever, again with detents, which I personally removed that detent, so it's a nice smooth action. Landing gear lever. You've also got the auto brake as well, just below the landing gear lever, with various different options for different Airbus aircraft. Not all Airbus aircraft have those options on there. You have the rudder trim, which can be moved left and right as well, and then the rudder trim center button, and of course the big black parking brake lever as well. This is what it looks like if you put all of them together. You can see there are 8 black screws that get placed in to make sure that the entirety of the blocks can be put in place safely. And this is a really nice sleek design just to put things all in one place. At the top, you will, now at the bottom of the screen even, you'll see the connection cables that mean that all of this does move into one piece together, and you only need that one USB-C cable. You can remove the vertical tabs on the bottom of the throttle quadrant to allow for a smoother action, so you don't have to worry about those detents if you do fly other aircraft. So as we move to a full view of the entire quadrant, you can see the flap lever and the throttle levers all move within their detents. However, the speed brake lever moves nice and smoothly. You can also change the friction of all of these levers if you want them to run more smoothly, or to really define those different detent points as well. Into X-Plane 11 we go, and namely the tallest Airbus A319, which works out of the box with the TCA throttle quadrant and add-on unit as well. As you can see here, using all of the buttons, and as long as you have them bound correctly in the menu system of X-Plane 11, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever using every single switch, lever and axis as well. I've left a link in the description below to my joystick preferences for the Tolis A319 and 21 if you want to copy those. The black buttons just to the left and the right of the engine mode selectors I actually have for the Tolis menu because they're not bound to anything normally in the simulator, and as you'll see, the right hand one in just a moment I also use to arm the speed brake lever, as unfortunately the TCA Quadrant doesn't have an option to arm the speed brake lever in there as well. This is an example of a good thing that you need to do. You need to go into the Tolis section to joystick actions and then ensure that reverse on same axis is selected, otherwise it won't correctly configure there. And as you'll be able to see now, I've not done any editing with detent zones whatsoever, but moving the throttle levers forward into the different detents works absolutely perfectly, and I have no issues whatsoever with it being misaligned. Going back into idle, we'll zoom the camera out, and you should be able to see as I pull those flappy paddle levers at the front of the levers again, it will move us into that reverse mode, and then as we advance them in that detent zone forward, it will bring us back to idle power. Unfortunately, the flight factor A350 in X-Plane 11 is a little bit of a faff come with this, but the Tolis works absolutely perfectly. One thing to note here, for those of you wondering how to configure the auto brake panel, you need to have both engines running to be able to get the auto brake panel working correctly. So if you try to get all of these bound together on the ground, it will not work unless you've got both engines started. And of course the landing gear lever will not work unless you are airborne. So when there's weight on the wheels and on the ground, you will not be able to see if that landing gear lever has worked correctly. Although it is a relatively anti-faff process to get the Thrustmaster TCA Quadrant working with the TCA aircraft in X-Plane 11, it's even less faff to get it working with the FS Labs Airbus products in Prepared. All you need to do is to plug in the TCA Quadrant, make sure that you've downloaded the latest drivers for the hardware, and then load up the FS Labs. When you select a scenario in Prepared, it will come up with another box in front of the screen saying that it has detected the TCA Quadrant and asks you whether you would like to configure the FS Labs aircraft to work with it. Simply press yes, and then it should work without a problem whatsoever. If you do have any issues or you do want to rebind things, you can go into the add-ons menu and then into the FS Labs input commands menu to make alterations if you wish as well. At this time, I've not tested the TCA Quadrant with other products such as the Aerosoft Airbus range, but I'm sure if they are not compatible at the moment, they will be soon. If you would all like to see a further video on the Airbus TCA Throttle Quadrant and add-on section, giving you guys maybe a little bit more of an in-depth look at the configuration of it and how it is done, and also a full review, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be sure to record that for you. But I just wanted to record an initial video today showing you guys what it's all about, how easy it is to configure, and also a quick unboxing as well. Once again, thanks very much to Thrustmaster for sending across these awesome products. I'm very much looking forward to trying them out almost daily now on my live stream. Thanks very much for watching the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and again, leave some feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.